music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Yes, he did.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. This goes out right for Drake. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They look to avoid it. Throw it out here on 3rd and 4. Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nick Doyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Adafe always so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Winston, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And here comes Westbrook. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Play action. It's Jackson. Out to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come up and downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Deontay Hardy back deep. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Saints at 3-5, 2 games under 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
The 1st down throw for Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Saints. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes. He can run under a long pass. Or he can do what we saw right there. Catch one and then make a big gain after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple ordinary play to start. But boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was up to the races. And once he hit right gear, there's absolutely no one who's going to stop it.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Justice Hill. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising, because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well. From the gun, Winston. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Now Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And this one complete to Smith.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Winston now to throw on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Winston. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Winston to the sideline here on fourth down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he comes back with one complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Pete Werner.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Following the interception, Winston.
There's Chris Olave.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 36 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Let's go on the extra point. And he's going to tie up the game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been. To a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And that'll be checked down to Drake.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
They'll hand it to Drake here on the option.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 4 yards the game, and they'll bring up the 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. in back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year. Back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I won't play cards against this guy anymore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know their productions in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to get the numbers. Got me a touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, don't fumble the football.
Now he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Again, Jackson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Westbrook now on the return.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent repeating the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, Hardy. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Winston now. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is
and the ball is knocked out. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A busy night continues for Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is alive. And now the rookie's free. The 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So how about that turn of events? The field goal would have broken this 4th quarter tie. Well, the play broke the tie all right. Unfortunately, it was 6 points the other direction.
And how about the awareness defensively? Because it's one thing to block it. It's absolutely another to locate it, scoop it, and take it the other way. Just an incredible job right there.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break off big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Ravens, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
The craziest ending I ever seen in my life. That was a crazy ending. Damn, that was a crazy ending. Look at these injuries, bro. 2 key injuries, too. Cameron Jordan, X Factor, broken ribs, out for 4 weeks. Taysom Hill, my fast tight end who would have got mad catches, out for 4 weeks. Torn labrum. Chase Hansen, he don't matter. I don't even know what the fuck he doing. But these 2 niggas, man. The captain of my defense was down in the first quarter. Killed my game, bro. We shut down Lamar running game except on that last play. But good fucking game, yo. Yeah, I'm going to bed. I've been playing Madden all day. I'm tired.